a feeder stream flowed through the forest. Following it out, it suddenly pitched over the side of a sandstone bluff. And there, stretched across the narrow gorge in the rain, was what I had climbed down the mountain to rediscover. It was a handsome old railroad trestle. Coal shifters that had once crossed this trestle on Mill Creek had long faded into the chapters of history. Once, this had been a narrow-gauge railroad, known as the steepest grade in the entire district. Later, it had been widened to accommodate standard-gauge coal gondolas. The railroad ties were severely decayed. It would not be long before this noble trestle would tumble piece by piece back down into the water. Cautiously, I stepped across the wet railroad ties to peer over the side. It was a long drop to the creek. All alone in the rain, with not another person in a country mile. It was like a picture postcard setting. Walking the length of the trestle, I worked a path down underneath to look at the giant wooden support beams. No mere little crossing. This had once been a very stout trestle. The beams had been coated with a thick layer of creosote oil to protect the wood from the elements. In the soft rain, the pungent aroma of creosote filled the glen. Imagine the men that had once labored to build this trestle. They had long passed on to the next dimension. Now it was only for you and I to gaze upon their great labor of life and remember what they once did out here in the backwood hollers of West Virginia. Back down on the main line, the locomotive accelerated out of Hawk's Nest